welcome back to Robothorium. We're in part 4 now. We've got 2,600 gold. We've gotten 5 units, all with at least 1 accessory. Apart from this guy, we've not got our guard a framework. We're going to see if we can get our guard unit a framework while we're in there. Might as well go to the black market and see what we can go pick up for him framework-wise. Framework for our guard unit. Weapon, framework, any of this framework. I'm assuming at some point we'll get the workshop area, which we can then use to build specific frameworks and stuff for our robots. Not got anything like that at the moment, so at the moment, it's time to go. Let's go. Mission 5. First trip into the city. Town Dubai, the plump, jewelry-clad man just... Oh, that sounds like the chip. That sounds like this guy. Weaseled his way onto the base. What does he want? Let's find out. Sup, guys? Sup, guys? Turns out you weren't so hard to find. Loving the new pad. Jeff, how did you... Irrelevant kid, let's cut to the chase. I'm the head of the chip. Call it what you like. A faction, a group, a community. We just do business with everyone. What do you want, Jeff? Next election cycle is coming, and Jack Love has installed an extraordinary security system in Dubai. They're even building a cyber Goliath on site. I think we might be able to pick up a few of spare parts. How about it? This is madness. Going into the city before the elections, Maladek's robots will be sitting ducks. What do you need these parts for? If Maladek can get all the stuff for me, I'll grant her access to my workshop and to the arena. Got it? All right, now get to work. That's interesting. Because that means RAI is a girl. Unless I've misread that. Yep, no, I'll grant her access, so I'm a girl. Who knew? There's a chance that the parts won't be exactly where I've shown you. You might need to poke around in order to find them. Pay close attention to the security, and it's extra tight here. Really wish we would have been able to have 2 in the front and 3 at the back, but never mind. Okay, right, so I see. So areas where it's likely to be dangerous, the danger level is automatically set higher than 0. That makes sense. I can deal with that. And now we're getting 5 robots, so it's kind of, yeah. Right, okay, let's go with this. Right, these 2 are buffing. They've got 460. They've all got extra shielding apart from these 2 here. This guy's got an extra shield. Rifleman Major. So we're going to go on the recruits first. Try and gun them down where we can. You're already wanting to get damaged, so that's fine. I can deal with that. Got rifle shot. We could go with our... Let's go with Intimidation Burst. We'll start them off by debuffing them. Getting stalked onto 2 of them is not bad. Illusion of the show. This would give damage taken reduced by 30% as long as the shield is above 0. So I'm going to actually put that onto our friend at the front who's got a big shield. That means that when he is defending our friendly scout robot, if we need to, I'm going to wait before using any abilities to do that. I'm going to wait and see if that's actually necessary. There we go. Which is basically the first round I'm going to use as my large debuff round. And since we're focusing this guy, I'm going to put that on him as well. Thorium focus, reduced heals. We're basically going to go all out killing that guy, even though this guy's actually managed to get lower somehow. I think it's because he must have just taken a bit more damage from him. Might be because he's soaking up this guy's damage, having said that. That's probably what it is. So now, we're going to go with our bouncy shot onto him. Nicely done, nicely done. And the reason we put the war machine back here is because the war machine doesn't actually have a way of resetting its overload, whereas our friend, the ladybot, does have a way of reducing the line's overload. So doing this is just a simple way of making sure that we've got a way of stopping him from getting killed at every hurdle. Right. Considering his shield stuff, I'm going to gun him down there. I'm going to take his shield out with our friend at the top. Now his shield's down, now we can focus everything we've got into the Rifleman Recruit. It's going to be a little bit of a hard-fought battle, but it looks like, my God, the repair does a lot of damage. 106 damage, that's crazy. The police sergeants, unfortunately, are also doing a pretty good job of trying to reduce... I'm going to go and do this, so we've got our cooling on there. Oh, that's kind of cool. They've got like a little bit of a... The game's actually recognizing that they're a good team. I didn't realize he actually had a... Oh, he does. That's because I was in the upgrade view, isn't it? I couldn't see it. I couldn't see the ability in the upgrade view because it's not an upgradable ability. It's just a standard shot. I'm gonna go an electric shock, I reckon. I the police sergeants, wasn't it, that were doing so much. Let's go and electric shock this guy. See if we can... Short circuit means he can't do anything apart from use his basic attacks. If he'd gotten stunned, it would have been a nice bonus, but it's not going to happen. Let's go for... Let's just try and critically go for a standard shot on him. Actually, that's the guy I wanted to use. Never mind. That was the wrong one. What I should have done was used him to put a shield up on our robot here, but I'm going to go and stick a damage reduction on our robot there, because otherwise we're in trouble. Can I stabilize? I can stabilize. He can stabilize his own shields. That's fine. I think that's okay. That makes sense to me. Could go disperse crowd, or I could just go straight into... Let's go straight into gun him down. He's almost dead, so we can use like a corrosive grenade to probably finish him off. We don't have to worry too much about that. You guys are all cooling. So damage transfer would have seemed to be the one where it's shared. And damage, and then it would be the guarding one where he takes all the damage. So we could actually do that and damage transfer from him for now. Or we could stick the immaterial barrier on him. What's this? This is reduced. Oh, he's a tower reduced. That's fine. I'm gonna stick the immaterial barrier on him. Gonna protect him. Basically, I don't want him dying. That's the long and the short. I'm going to go and use our fuel drain, because that should deal enough damage to kill this guy at the top. It's going to put some extra debuffs onto these guys. I don't actually know what that is. Is that marked? Weak spot. Extra chance to crit. Didn't do much, but he has got reduced power, so we've got to be aware of that. We should be trying now to focus on not using so many, I think, of our main abilities and actually start maybe regenning some of the health and shielding of our main robots. It's a shame because I don't think there's an actual way of repairing these bots' health. Their shields automatically repair, but if they start taking actual hull damage, they will start losing. You have to actually pay money to get them to repair at the end of the round. And by money, I, of course, means in-game currency, not some weird microtransaction currency. I'm not trying to defame the game by making that statement at all. It's why I love indie games. You play a game like this, you get the game. Obviously, I got this one for free, as I announced in the first video, but you know, even if I had paid for it, you pay for it once, that's it. You can play this game, you can enjoy it. I believe there's an online mode for this. I don't know how that would work. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not a big one. I don't think I'd be a big one on that, but that's not because it wouldn't be good. You know, my thing. Sometimes I like a nice linear single-player game. But the RPG elements are a nice touch, though, I've got to admit. You stick that one on there, charms him. Oh, and that actually looked like a crit, so there we go. That's how crits work, I think. Let's go and electric shock this guy, see if we can stun him. That's a short circuit, so he can only shoot rather than do anything fancy, which is good, because I have a feeling I think that's the leader, isn't it? That guy, so he might be the sort of person who can call in reinforcements. We may want to keep him a little bit shut down. Just stabilize this guy's shields. Apply charms to him so we can start getting extra benefits off of attacking him. We're starting to do... I believe he's got more shields than he had health. I could be wrong, but no point in nano charging. This one might be a good one to go for. We're just going to take a little bit of shield damage and smack him up with reduced regeneration, which is good because that means he gets less shielding back, I do believe. Let's go with damage taking reduction. We could really buff that up. I don't think that would stack. Because I think if the... thorium marked... appears to be an effect that I don't believe is one. I think effects that don't have the same name will stack, as far as I know, but you can't stack stuff that's got the same name. Gonna cool her down. Why not, you know? And executed. Our scout robot is what I worried about. Now I've realized this guy can repair himself. There's no reason he can't go on the front line anymore, though, so that's fine. Got some extra Kevlar. We got another electro laser, which is going to be quite useful. We've got... Ooh, that's a break tech destroyer. That goes on our warbot. I think he might actually need that, so I might stick that straight onto him. Usually I wait until the end of the round, but it seems like he could do with a bit of a damage buff. So if that is a higher damage item, then we are in the clear. Is this what it is? Break tech rifle? Nope. I could have sworn. Maybe I don't get it. Maybe I don't get it until the end of the round, to be fair. Oh, level 5. That's why. It would go on him, but it's too high a level for him. Got to wait for him to level up first. Well, there's some items to steal. Ha! Maladek, help! I've no idea how to spend the money I make from this machine. Makes no odds to me as long as I get some of the parts from it. It's not here. Keep looking. Oh, wait, no, that wasn't him. That wasn't him. Never mind. making a cat machine. That's stupid. Let's try and reconfigure this. There we go. Enhanced regeneration. We'll burn the banner as well. Nope, we failed. The Mashuba machine like us, though, because we tried to burn... Oh, wait, no. Oh, okay, we did burn the banner. It's just that it corroded us as well. So we didn't... We got a partial benefit and a partial debuff. Let's try and deactivate that. Nicely done. I wish that appeared on all of them, if I'm honest. I know it's only for traps, but I really wish that was a thing. Right, we can disperse, motivate, or rob. Let's try and motivate them. Uh-oh. Okay, we tried. We failed. I mean, a 70% chance of failing that much is a bit embarrassing. I reckon robbing them would have been... Access next sector is locked. We can't get there. We can contaminate the fire hydrant, though. Because now everyone's affected by corrosion. We've still missed the mark a little bit. Let's try and zoom out a little bit and see. We've missed one thing over here. I'm just going to have to go through here like this so I know where I'm going. Right, okay, down we go. I'm going to go down to whatever this is, or I'm going to go to the left and see. There are enemies here. They should be affected by corrosion, so they should be fine. I love how they're okay, fair enough. Enhanced resistance. Of course. We probably should have moved these guys around. Actually, I could have done that earlier. He's not looking so good, but it's okay. I feel like the doc's going to be one to focus first, but what I want to do is try and kill this Robo-Dog, because he's already quite injured. There we go. A little bit of damage there, a little bit of damage there. Nicely done. Actually look like a miniature crit strike as well. He's taking a lot of shield damage. Yeah, looks like sticking him in the front line has very much opened him up to a world of hurt. And I was right when I said yesterday I was feeling like the difficulty was going to up itself very soon. It has indeed upped itself. Actually, yeah, straight after I recorded part 2, it seems like the difficulty started upping itself. So, you know, my bad. Right, let's go protect him. We don't really want him taking the damage. The other guy, the guy at the top can take it. He's perfectly fine to take all that damage. Cyber God's actually got a lot of HP, so it might be worth trying to take out... The Doctor's got no HP, so as long as he can actually take his shielding down, he's going to be the target we want to go on. He regens a lot of shielding, so we will have to constantly focus him, otherwise he's going to regen more shielding than we can deal damage to with our corrosive blasts. But that's okay, I reckon. Let's try and share some damage that he's taking. That way, I think that's how it's working. Is that... Taking a share between targets affected by... Okay, so yeah, so because she's damage transferred onto him... I wonder if you had multiple damage transfers going at the same time, if that would work. Oh, we've applied weak spot to this hunt, this Cyberdog Guardian, which would be very useful in terms of getting him damaged. Right, okay, that's fine. Now our support robot can't be damaged. It really was a bad plan to have him in the front line. I've got to admit, front-lining him was a mistake on my part. If you guys are playing this at home, make sure that you don't put your reconnaissance robot, your support robot at the front line. It sounds like an obvious move, but you know, just in case. Have managed to stun one of them, which is quite nice. Let's go on the Doctor there, take him down by 63. That's not even enough to... He's regenning far more shielding than we can take him for, but it's okay. We might have to go on Cyberdog, I think, first at this point, because he might be actually killable. Thank God we upgraded the amount of shields we can give back. This is actually a much harder fight than I think we first envisaged. Just gonna have to keep gunning down that guy. His shield's almost down. Once his shield's down, that's fine, because he has, like, no HP. We've just got to go. I think I'm going to use her to use her stalking ability, unless she's almost overloaded, which she is. We'll have to check and see if we can use it, and still have 5% left for her too. She's already cooling down. I didn't realize I already used that. Oh, no, that's fine then. Art of the Performance will go on there. He's charmed. Second gun. And third blast goes straight in. Hopefully corrosion might be enough to take him out. And it is. Right, the Doctor is down. The Doctor is dying. We're okay. Only our reconnaissance robot has lost any of its actual HP, so that's fine as well. Passion of the group, giving an extra 10% cooling to her. Let's go and remark them if we can. Stalked, no No weak spots added, unfortunately, but that's okay. Actually, clearing the crowds is a really good one for that robot to have. It's a great one to start off with, just to debuff all of them and just to see. I reckon if we get his speed up a little bit, so he's the first one to attack. If we use if we're clearing the crowd early enough, let's go protect him again. We could definitely use clear the crowd to our advantage. Let's go for this one, which will give them a load of random debuffs. Some of these guys are already overloaded, which is quite nice. We'll regen his shielding. Short circuit him with a stun, actually, not bad. And we've actually managed to take a lot of these people out by overloading them, and so we should actually be coming to the part of this round where it's actually a lot easier, and actually even the corrosions now are dealing a decent chunk of a benefit for us. Gonna gun him down nice and quickly. Go nano converter on him, get ourselves some shielding back. It's a really useful weapon actually to get the shields back. Sometimes I forget how useful it is to just do that. Right, he's overloaded, but I think that's okay. We didn't actually need him for anything else other than to give us a shield back, so that's fine by me. Gun his shield off. Rifleman recruits at the back doing stuff, but that's fine. We're going to go charm him. Give him a little bit of extra damage down. We should be okay on that front. Going to keep resetting the overcharge limit on these guys. A little bit more. That guy should be dead now. That's fine. Right, one more left. It's the Cyberdog. Ironically, the guy said we should be focusing first, but I really should have paid a little bit more attention to just try and reset the cooldown on these guys a little bit more. Just see if we can stun him. And indeed we did. Stunning him, that was a good move. That's worked quite nicely for us. And then getting him down one more time, we've managed to reset the cooldowns on most of our people. I really do like the overload mechanics. Actually, there you saw, it did actually allow me to get a nice buff going off on him, which I wouldn't otherwise have managed to pick up. So that was pretty good. What a beauty. What technology. What profit I'll make. Ooh, the new sector's open. I mean, first things first, we got to see what's down here, because there's clearly something down here that's fancy. Oh, no, there's not. Never mind. Is that an area where a mission objective was? Nope, I have no idea why that area looks so different on the minimap. That's weird. Look, our old friends. We're here to protest Jaklov's candidacy. We didn't come empty-handed. Please, take this weapon. I mean, I don't care if the Wait, the super machines... Wait, what? Why would the humanobots not like the fact I took a weapon from a human? I would have thought the super machines would have been against that, but never mind. Let's find out what they gave me, to be fair. We also picked up something I think that could have gone on this guy, was it? Nope. Evidently not. Something. Maybe it was, this guy. We picked up something that could have gone on someone. Oh, this was it. I think the, Upsilon polymorphic support. Which would give me 12 regen and 5 speed. It would make him faster, but I think actually it's probably better, actually, to be fair. The other one wasn't giving us a lot. Oh, wait, is this a framework? Yes, it is. And it's not better than that. Okay, fair enough. Never mind. I thought it was going to be a little better, but it's not. Nope, nothing good here. Scouty, you're going to swap with him. Going to keep him behind and try and keep him alive if possible. He doesn't really need to be the fastest kid on the block, so I'm going to give him the better rifle. When he does attack, he's going to do a little bit more damage. Anodized hull is nowhere near as good, although it does look pretty. Nothing to speak of here. Okay, right, we don't have anything particularly useful. We're going to be going straight back in then to the fight. A little bit more up this way. Looks like the right-hand side is going to be... Ooh, a strange object. Really? I feel like that's a little bit... 75% and we failed. Right, deactivate the defense turret. Hack the defense turret. Oh, I'm gonna go for hack it. We're gonna give it a go. Yeah, I should have known that was gonna happen. It's gonna shoot us, isn't it? I knew I should have deactivated it. 30% is not good, but if we'd have managed to get that to work, I'm sure that would have helped, because it would have just gunned down any of the enemies around here. Having said that, we are now starting at a major disadvantage. They are still corroded, though, from the last hack we did, so that's at least something. I'm going to give him a shield overhaul. I feel that's probably going to be for the best. Right. We're going to get War to go and go for a clear the crowd, I think. He's up next. I'm right, yeah. Okay, so we'll go for clear the crowd. Weak spotting the guy in front of him. Nicely done. Which means Rifleman Major. Actually, I do like killing the Rifleman Majors, so we're going to go and add... I'm gonna actually go for specifically for the robot. It's 544. Actually, let's see what's gonna be damaging. Technomancer Doctor. Technoman Doctor. Technoman Doctor's gonna be the one we have to go for. Stop him from regenning all their health. He's got a huge shield regen as well, so we're gonna have to go on him first. We are now starting to come across areas where it's falling a little bit hard. Let's reset the corrosion on all these guys just to make sure they're not getting off too easily. We're gonna go for a make him bleed or whatever it is. Not bleed, but it's some weird... Okay, the Technomed Doctor's being defended, so we go for the police officer. He's actually pretty low HP as well, so we can just take him out pretty quick. Regen the shields of our tanky frontliner. Dogman's also pretty low. We've actually managed to do a really good job of taking him out real early. Let's do it. Let's go for the Dogman. The Dogman does do a decent chunk of damage, so if we can take him out nice and quickly, I'm going to stop some more bloodshed. Go 6. Oh, this is gonna be. Oh yeah, no, because this one does 2 less damage than the other one, but it also goes on 3 people, so that's definitely a worthwhile gun going for. The basic attack on him, it seems to be fairly useless in comparison. I won't lie. Although maybe because I've upgraded his other abilities, or his gun's not that good. Anyone stunned? Unfortunately not, but never mind. Try and keep their shields down here so they're taking as much damage as possible. If their shields are gone, then it means when we're actually doing the corrosion, even when their shields come back, their shield coming back won't make much of a difference because they'll already have taken the damage on their physical being. He's very low, isn't he? Oh, it's kind of tempting just to focus him now, but I think we're going to go and add this guy to one of these two. Which one? Let's go... Well, this guy's already low and taking a load of damage and appears to be overheating anyway. So I'm going to go on this guy. Cyberdog's going to be going for our Thorio-focused reduced heals strap. He's already been charmed. Each heal received increases power by 5%, stacks up to 3 times. Oh, that's not bad though, to be fair. He's got the strongest gun, I think, so... Oh, that's the entire line! So since they get heals technically from shooting people who've been shielded who have the Stalk passive, don't they? Does that give them extra power? Yes, it does! It's got an X1 on it, so that actually does mean that those shield regens are actually now even more useful. Oh, that's pretty useful. Buffing up the power of all these guys in the front. It's also going to negate the stuff that's going on with the reduced power that we're getting from there. That's very, very useful to have. So that's a 15% damage buff just by doing what we usually do. I really need to make use of that more often. Even this guy's... And actually, it doesn't matter which one of them attacks either. It can be the backline attacking because they still get the heal from it. Right, let's go with a... let's go actually cooling it. Seems like this guy, our shield regener, our repair robot, is a very useful one to put the cooldown on because it means you can just continuously repair shields. I'm going to go for another clear the crowd to give him more debuffs. Weak spots added, especially to this guy, very useful. A police officer will be going down soon. I reckon we got a good chance of this one, lads. I reckon we have. Gun him down. Which, that was not the most tactical decision because there were much better targets, but I mean, hitting one less person to shoot me with just means that we're having to waste less shielding on grunts at this point, so I'm fine with that one. Regen his shields, nice and simply. Let's bounce off him. Oh, and we actually did the most damage to the Technomed Doctor, who, having said that he was the one we want to focus, is the most useless person on his own. So if we do take him out last, it's not going to be the worst thing in the world. Let's go with, you guys have already got the aura conversion, don't you? Give him an immaterial barrier. Why not? We'll just give him reduced damage. He's our tank at the front, as all. No stun, but that was a decent chunk of damage we did there. Easy. That's a lot of shields that he's being given back. That was almost 400 shielding he got back there, minus corrosion, of course. Oh yeah, we definitely want to be focusing the Technomed Doctor now, because he's going to make it... Mainly he's going to make it a pain to try and kill the other one. That's the only reason. It's not because he's actually a big threat, it's just because he's going to make my life irritating. And also, once his shield's down, which it is, it's very easy. That guy's doing 166 damage with one shot. That may have been a crit, having said that. I'm not fully sure. Bounce off here and up there. That should kill him. That's what I wanted to see. Yeah, the Ricochet's really useful. You just focus. If there's only 3 of them there, you just focus the one who's on the highest health and just let the Ricochet deal with the last one. Which, to be fair, there's no guarantee the first shot will do the most damage, but I think it's a fair assumption that it's going to be quite close to that. Yeah, might as well give him some cooling. Why not? Zap him there, short circuit and stun, and we'll gun him down for the rest. There we go. Nice and simple way of neutralizing him. Don't know what those buttons there do. It looks like these guys might have leveled up to level 5. That's what I like to see. And the other two are very, very close. Our Lady Bot and our War Bot very, very close to leveling up to level 5. But these guys are already just about there. So, what records have I given? I've gone for the stun, am I? 10% to apply chance to apply stun. That is quite useful. Or we could go for... Oh, wow, that's pretty good. These look like they're standard buffs, and I think they might be... Right, okay, gotcha. So these ones are buffs to their actual, their integrity rather than their abilities. 25 to 50% chance to activate regeneration when touched by an enemy skill. That's pretty useful. First line, bring on the front line. Increased shield and structure by 5 to 10%. That's pretty good. That's shield and HP, basically. Going up by a flat 5%. Guaranteed, I think. That could be quite useful. So I reckon we're going to go with... I think just giving him the front 5 to 10%. Because, I mean, giving him a 10% chance the sun's fine, but definitely giving the first line ability there is going to be a massive buff to him in terms of his ability to do his job as a tank. And if we upgrade this guy's ability to deal damage, Arrogance of the Strong grants 15 to 30% chance to avoid losing a Neo Converter stack when attacked. Shields regenerate by 10% of damage dealt stacks to 10 times. Oh, wow! So I didn't realize that's how the Neo Converter won this. Well, that's what happens when he uses his basic attack, is he gets Neo Converter stacks. And if he's got 100, that would be 100% of the damage he deals is regenerated to shields, if that's up by that. But we don't really... He doesn't really use his shields, does he? So, that much. Increase structure by 10. Using a skill generating overload grants 50 to 100% chance to apply 2 stacks of the Neo Converter to the launcher. It's nasty. Reduces damage taken by structure by 10 to 15%. Oh yeah, it's giving more regeneration, because that way he's just going to heal in general. That's fine by me. And our repair robot's actually got one, which could be interesting. That one we want to go. Increases the amount of heals performed by 5 to 10%. 3 to 6% of maximum shield is converted to regeneration. That's not bad. Using the basic attack grants 50 to 100% chance to activate the launcher's regeneration. Grants 50 to 100% chance that the surplus of heals performed is evenly distributed between all allies. Critical heals also regenerate the shield of a random ally by 15 to 30%. 15 to 30%. That's not bad, actually. Can we actually do full-on heals? I think this one, where it's 3 to 6% of maximum shield is converted to regeneration. Because that just means we're going to get extra shield regen, and he's less likely to start taking hull damage, because his hull is pretty weak. So is his shield, to be fair. He's a fairly weak little robot, but I reckon that's going to be the way to go forward. Steal some synthetic thorium. Oh god, we're against the Cyber Goliath. That's not as bad as I thought. It's got over 5,000 health. Okay, never mind. Ignore the part where I was saying it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. This is not good. Right, let's go Thorio focus it. It's got shielded battery, overload generated by overheat, reduced by 3% to 3% per turn. Reflects 20% damage taken and has anti-corrosion armor. So we really want to be trying to go with short-circuiting him and he's going to reflect damage taken. That's not very useful, is it? Let's go for an immaterial barrier on our tank. We're going to go with... We're just have to go with the standard, the one-hit things. We're not actually designed so well for dealing with one enemies. We're very good at dealing with large groups of smaller enemies. We've got the clear the line. We've got all the other abilities that really benefit that. Let's go with... we don't actually need to do that, do we? Oh, we can reduce the line. Okay, let's reduce the damage this line takes by another load. Gonna keep trying to go with Zax. If we can short circuit him properly and stun him, which doesn't like, is he immune to stuns or something? No. Okay, so he shouldn't. This should be working, but it's not. Right, we're gonna go charming him as well. Charming is the thing that increases shielding for us. And while we're doing that, actually, we probably should have gone on used our ability to give them extra power. Malik, I've uploaded my thorium prototype to your robots. Use it to destroy the Cyber Goliath. Pressures the duration of all out. Oh, okay, fair enough. So he's given us an extra ability. Either that or we had that before. Use a conversion on there. We're going to go with a... let's go for a precise shot. Seems to be the easiest one to do. We'll go with that again. We could always go with a stun, but I don't think we need to. Here's Neo Converter, though. He's a very useful ability to have. Because that is giving him a load of his shielding back straight off the bat. We probably should have looked at what he's just given us in there. We've got Circuits Restoration, which we don't actually need. By any stretch of the imagination, we don't need that. This one will give us applies Mesmerize to all enemies. Mesmerize, 50% chance to use basic attack on itself. Why wouldn't we use that? Queen of the stage. So this is like our ultimate ability. Has to attack the enemy provoker only. And that gives me invulnerable. So he can't... Wait, my guy can't take any damage. He has to attack my guy. That's pretty good. Shoots 10 rockets to an enemy, each inflicting 168 damage. Each critical hit landed with a rocket increases by 10% critical hit chance and efficiency of the next rocket. So we can go rocket barrage him there. Oh my god, what? I mean, obviously this is deals damage to an enemy line equivalent to the launcher's missing shield. Okay, that's not so useful because I buffed this guy up to have a load of shield. So he's missing out there just because he's too good. So we're going to have to use Enhanced Regeneration on me so he gets extra heals back. But that's fine, actually, because that's just going to give me even more power for the next one. He just autoed himself, which is fine. Which should have created a feedback loop, technically, where he... All of our bonuses have been reset in duration, which is fine. He's going to go with another Dreadnought. He can be the only one... Oh! Looks like he's got 12 turns before his one's ready. I see. So we've got this little timer here telling us how long we've got to wait until our next shots become ready. That's fine. I can deal with that. Missing? How are we missing? Yeah, looks like it's 12 turns before you can use the same abilities again. That's fine, though. We can easily deal with that. There we go. Regen the shields of this guy here. We're going to go and add Charmed onto him again. Taking his shield off again. Shield's offline. Let's go using Stun and Short Circuit. See if this will work this time. Not even close. I don't know why we can't Stun or Short Circuit him, but it's okay. This is becoming increasingly difficult, isn't it? There we go. Let's go and take him out there. Okay, come on. We can easily do this. He's overloaded. That's not good. Starting to get overload issues here. Let's go with standard shots. This shouldn't be overloading us. He used his stun though, didn't he? So that might be what caused him to overload. Juicing his regeneration. He's overloaded now. That's pretty useful. All we gotta do is wait for another like 10 turns. Because the minute we can get our dude to I just realized this Stalked and Charmed both give the same kind of effect there with that. Let's give an immaterial barrier to this guy. He's the one who's going to keep his shields up the longest and not die quickly. So, and he is our tank. We just got to use our tank to do as much as possible. Our tank really, unfortunately, because he's our tank, doesn't do any damage. If you look at his he's like 50 damage compared to this guy who does like 100 or so damage per shot. 131 with this shot. But it's fine. So that's actually... Uh-oh. We really got to start gunning this guy down a little faster because he's starting to deal some real damage to us. Why won't he get stunned? Minus 10% to her and an extra bonus to them with a reduced, or with increased cooling, sorry, so reduced overheat potential. Gonna keep gunning them down very, very quickly. Whoa! That's not good. That's not good. Just gonna keep gunning them down. We're getting there. He's close to death, but this is a hard fight. I think our team is very well. We designed this well from the start, I think. It's a very well synergized team. It works quite nicely together. Ooh. Like, especially in terms of, like, having the 3 tanks at the front and the 2 support units at the back. That was a very useful move to go for. It's gone. It's dead. I just couldn't believe my eyes, Maledict. The Cyber Goliaths are a brand new break tech unit. Each of them is different and has a unique arsenal. Be careful whenever you encounter them. And all of our units are now level 5, which means, ooh, new break tech revolver for is that the Ladybot one? That might be the Ladybot that can use that one. Which is actually a decent chunk of damage. There's a lot of stuff we got in there. Oh, I don't know what that is, but it looks cool. Is that a new helmet? That could be the Ladybot one, actually. Very well, neither flesh nor cogs in a banknote. You'll receive your reward as promised. I even give you some, my thorium meter, free of charge. Oh, we got our workshop. How did that happen? Maleg is certainly full of surprises. As promised, the doors of my warehouse and black market are now open to you. Thank you for helping your word, keeping your word, Jeff. My pleasure, kid. Well, then, look at all this stuff we managed to pick up. There's a lot of stuff in there we can use to our great advantage. But that, folks, is where we leave it for today. I'm going to have a look at the black market, the new equipment in next week's episode of Robothorium. I've been Malek. I hope you had a wonderful time. If you have, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Notification bell, join Twitter, Discord, Twitch, all that good stuff. And just keep dancing around in the corner here until you get there. Actually, though, I want you to join everything. I hope you had a wonderful time. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.